Okay, we've created a project, we've imported our footage. Our next step is to create what we call a rough edit. So that's where we're going to get all of the footage that we want in the right order in the timeline and get it so the footage is exactly the right length. So there's a couple different ways we can do this. When we want to get, let's see, let's do some mark dancing. We want to get some of this footage down to the timeline. We can select it. When we select it, it gives us these yellow bars around it. And what we can do is we can drag those yellow bars. So I want this to start right as the tickets start raining down. So right about there. So I'm going to drag that yellow bar till there. I'm going to watch. Just push play. And that's about when I want it to end. So I'm just going to drag that other yellow bar to right about there. And now if I hover my mouse in between, I get the little hand, so I can click when I have that little hand and drag that down into my timeline. If it doesn't appear like that, just give it a try again. All right, there we go. So now I've got my first clip in my timeline. This is your toggle, so it shows you what's in your timeline. I'm going to hit the space bar on my keyboard and watch. Okay, that is the right length, so now I'm going to find my next clip. I'm going to get different dancers, so I'm going to go right here. I'm going to click on these guys. It gives me my yellow brackets, and I'm going to drag this right until the tickets start right about there. And I'm going to watch and find my end spot. Right about there. So let me drag that to there. I'm going to get my hand and I'm going to drag that down right here. Now if I want that clip to go after the other one, I would just let it go. If I decide I want this clip first, I can drag it over here and wait until that Mark's clip pushes back a little bit and put it right there. All right, next clip, we'll do this one more time. Let's see, we'll start right here. And I will have this start. Here come the tickets right before there. Let me watch. And we'll stop right there. And I'm going to go ahead and drag that down. I can drag that here. I could drag it in between if I hover long enough. Or I could drag it in the front if I hover long enough. I'm going to put that one right at the end. All right, so now if we watch my project, I've got all 4 clips in the order that I want them. Okay, that is just what I want. Now let's say once you've dragged your clips down here, a lot of times you want to make adjustments to the length of those clips. We'll say our mark one is just, or our very first one is just a little bit too long. Once they're down in the timeline, you can adjust the length of the clips as well. If I click on this clip in my timeline, I get the yellow brackets. And what I can do is if I hover near the edge there, see how I get that little curly bracket? Once I get that, I can go ahead and drag, and what that's doing is that's making that clip shorter. I could also do it on the other side. So you can make clips right shorter. I can also, let's say I wanted this clip to be longer. I could get that little bracket and drag and make that clip longer or shorter. So once you get them down here, you can still go ahead and edit and adjust the time. You do it pretty much the same way as up here. You just click on a clip, get the yellow brackets, and then if you hover by the line, you'll get this little guy, and then you can drag, make it shorter or longer, either way. One other option for editing, once you get a clip down here, I'm going to put a nice long one. We'll drag this one down. Well, I guess that's not that long, but let's say for this clip, let's say I want to cut out that part where they're talking at the end. I could, of course, drag this until there, but another option I have is my blade tool, which basically just cuts a clip. So I'm going to watch that again, and as soon as they start talking, I'm going to pause it, and then I'll show you how we can cut. All right. So that was Griffin speaking. I'll go right before he starts talking. All right, so I know this is right where I want to cut it. So instead of dragging, another option is to do Command B. And that just slices your video clip right in half. And then I can select that one and hit delete, and I got rid of that chunk I don't like. Now that is also handy. Let's drag this one down. If there's a part of a video clip, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, and you want maybe the middle section cut out. You can't really do that with these guys, but you can do that using your blade tool. So let's say I want the middle of this video cut out. There's a part I don't like. I'm going to move my toggle to where I want to make that first edit, and I'm just going to hit Command B on my keyboard, and it made a cut. I'm going to move that toggle to the next part where I want to cut, Command B again, and now I've got this middle section, and I can just go ahead and delete that. So when you're doing your rough edit, you're getting all of your video clips in the right order, you're getting them all the right length, and the ways you can do that are clicking up here, dragging this little arrow to resize your clip, and also when you're down here, selecting a clip, and you can make them shorter or longer this way, and you can also, by putting your toggle right where you want it, use Command B and cut clips. So that is how to get your rough edit together.